Robinson Show, we're on with Mona Shaikh, comedian in LA, correct?
That is correct.
Cool. How are you tonight, Mona?
I'm good. How are you?
Pretty good. And are you a Jersey girl originally?
I went to high school in Jersey City. I don't know if I qualify as a Jersey girl because I lived there for maybe like 2 years and then I was out.
I feel like that's enough. That's enough to get the taste
Is that
of
enough
Jersey.
to claim? Is that enough to claim me as Jersey girl?
Yeah.
Well, it depends. Does anybody ever go what are you from Jersey or something?
What are you from Jersey or something, Mona?
No. People always say, or what, are you from New York or something? Because my New York thing comes out a lot.
Nice. But you are also Pakistani, and were you born in this country?
I'm a hodgepodge of it. Did I legally come to this country? Is that what you just asked me?
No, I'm not insinuating anything, Mona. I'm asking, were you born? Were you born in the U.S. or did you immigrate?
Or did you come here legally?
I immigrated. I'm an immigrant. I moved when I was 15, so yeah, totally an immigrant. Who's laughing? And what are you laughing at?
I don't know. I don't know.
Nobody's
Slim.
laughing.
Slim's laughing.
Never would laugh at you.
I just thought it would be so much funnier. You're like, did you immigrate here legally? And it would have been hilarious. And I'm like, no, still looking for citizenship.
Did you climb the wall? Do you still have...
did you climb the wall?
Is there a bullet wound? Is there an arrow in you, Mona?
No, I have to swim. I have to learn how to swim. Just to get here. And let me tell you, arms can get tired.
Yeah.
I just swam here and boy, are my arms tired.
It's exhausting. Whoa, it's a lot. Yeah, but gets you in shape, though. So
right.
Yeah.
Was the swim worth it in the end?
Yeah, I mean, let me tell you, when I started swimming, I looked like I was pregnant with twins. By the time I got here, I looked like a supermodel. So,
okay.
I got me in shape. So
But I mean,
it's worth it.
Was it worth swimming to America? Is America worth it?
Worth it, I feel the abs.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's why we don't have abs.
Say that again?
That's why me and Slim don't have abs, because we've never swam.
Listen, I mean, I recommend it. I recommend that immigrant swim is what I recommend.
Yeah, at least a lap or two. Oh my God.
Yeah, just a little bit have the immigrant experience of just swimming for miles and miles with no one to rescue you.
The immigrant swim.
Yeah.
Oh my God. How long have you been doing comedy for, Mona? Did you start out here? Did you start in LA?
No, I started off in New York. I've been doing comedy for about 12 years now.
Wow. I've listened to a bunch of your stuff, and you kill it. You crack me up. You're amazing.
Oh, well, thank you. That's very kind of you. It's all that swimming, you know.
Yeah,
I appreciate that.
I see that now. As a woman and a Pakistani, do you feel like you've been treated any differently, positively or negatively in comedy?
I feel like, the tides have definitely turned a lot, since I've been in comedy. I think when I started off, it was like, who's this chick? Who's this brown chick? And now it's like, oh, we're specific about ethnicities now. It's like, oh, you're from Pakistan, mainly because there's Kumail Nanjiani, so I think he's kind of, softened the blow for people like myself a little bit. But I feel like when I started off, the clubs wouldn't kind of give me the time of day as much. And now I am kind of in a position where I get to tour around the world. I get to tour around the country. Maybe not be so much of a club regular, but I get to perform in really cool venues and really cool crowds. I emceed the Women's March last year in San Francisco, and I made history by being the first kind of South Asian, Middle Eastern female comic to perform in front of a crowd of 60,000. So, stuff like that.
Cool. And I want to ask, too, what is the craziest thing you've seen go down while you've been performing?
Oh, man. As comics, so I have my live stream and my podcast that I do every day, and I had Doug Stanhope on as a guest last night.
I saw that last night. I was watching it, and I fucking loved it. That is Minority Reportz with the Z, correct?
Yeah, because we're cool. That's why. Yeah, Minority Reportz with a Z. But yeah, him and I asked him this question. I was like, do you feel like he's been doing comedy for 30 years, and I was like, do you feel like as a comic there's like a hazard that it's like it's a hazardous job? And he goes, yeah. If you're doing a comedy right, there's someone waiting for you after the show to kick your ass. And I was like, yeah, exactly, precisely. I definitely had an experience about 2 years ago. I got flown out to D.C. to perform at a college, and I did my day college gig, and then at night I was headlining these 2 shows, and I go headline one show was great, and I go headline the other show, and there are these drunk chicks sitting there. I mean, it's not a very full room, and they keep heckling every comic that goes up on stage. So, and I was like, oh, man.
Drunk women are the worst from a woman's perspective. I was wondering that.
Women. I mean, holy shit. I was like, somebody, with all due respect, shut these bitches up. Like, for fuck's sake, So I'm just like, all right, if they fucking talk between my set, I'm going to shut that shit down because I just don't tolerate that. So I'm about to tell my first joke. I'm about to tell my first punchline, and they're like, we didn't hear you. And I'm like, if you shut up, you'd hear my set. So, like, shut up. So then I was telling a Bill Cosby joke, and it's a really fucking good joke, if I may say so myself. It's a really damn good joke. It always kills. And as I'm about to say the punchline, she's like, rape isn't funny. And I'm like, nobody said rape was funny. I was like, I'm going to give you 2 options. Either you shut the fuck up or get the fuck out. So what's it going to be?
Nice.
And the entire room erupts in freaking applause. And I'm like, seriously? You guys were supposed to shut these bitches down, and now I got to take the brunt of this.
Yeah. Yeah. Wow.
But the worst part was that one of them walked up to me on stage and put her forehead on mine. They were lesbian lovers, girlfriends, and one of them walked up on stage, the more butchy one, and put her forehead on my forehead and started pushing me back physically because she wanted to get into a physical fight with me.
That's like, provoking somebody. That's physically provoking somebody. Wow. But that's okay.
Exactly.
Wow.
So it was, it got a little ugly, but then they kept asking me to be funnier. They're like, why don't you be funnier? Why don't you be funnier? And I was like, okay, here is the thing for you. I'll probably get in trouble for saying this in public.
Girlier.
But fuck it. They were like, why don't you be funnier? I was like, okay, here's the thing for you. How is it that you eat all that pussy but you got a horse face? How the fuck does that work, bitch?
That's amazing.
And everybody's like, oh, they're like, Mona. I'm like,
oh my God. I've always said, like, you're going to a comedy show, expect to laugh. Like, don't expect to fuck with the person. Like, I don't understand people that go to these shows and just go with that mindset.
Yeah, like, you came to have fun.
Yeah.
Other people came here to have fun. Shut up. Heckling, people need to know heckling is not comedy.
No.
Heckling is not comedy. It's not comedy. It's not.
No. Fuck. God damn.
Yeah.
I want to ask too, Mona, as a Pakistani, I know I have Hispanic friends and Asian friends. Like, if you mistake them for the wrong type of Asian or Hispanic, they get mad. Does that happen as well with Arab people? Like, you're like,
I don't give a shit.
Okay, because like my Puerto Rican friends are like, fuck, you call me Mexican? I hate Mexicans. Like, it's crazy that Hispanic people would have racism towards other Hispanics, but they do. Or like Koreans would hate if you call them Japanese. Like, it's like, wait.
Listen, here's the truth, right? Here's what's happening. Look, white people are getting a lot of slack for racism. Can you guys hear me?
Yes.
I was going to say, white people have been getting a lot of slack, and, sorry, your ancestors, white people's ancestors kind of did fuck things up just a little bit.
We
but
did.
The truth is that there's plenty of minorities. There are plenty racist against other minorities. So reality.
Oh my God! I
Which
remember
a
my
lot of
friend Patrick in high school. I asked him if he was like Japanese once. He got mad at me. He's like, "Fuck the Japanese. I'm Korean." Like, yeah,
Yeah.
they hate
There
each
you go.
other.
There you go, exactly. But but if a white person says that, you hear it about a hot New York minute.
Oh,
You'll be
yeah.
like, okay, he's racist. Out, he's out. I'm not saying racism from any side is right. I'm just saying that it exists and we do need to acknowledge it,
Yeah.
rather than just constantly throwing white people under the bus and saying, oh, they're the only racist people on the planet. It's like, there's plenty of there's plenty of Pakistani people who don't like other races too. So let's just be real about that shit.
Oh, jeez. And oh no, we lost you, Mona. It's definitely not Slim's fault this time. You lucked out.
Always my fault, and this time it's not. I don't know if I should give her a minute or if I should call her back.
See, that's where you're gonna make the mistake. I feel.
Right. I say,
feel
well,
like
so it's 8:09.
it's not your fault right now.
Oh, there she goes.
Did the right thing, son. Mona.
Did I lose you guys?
We
Sorry
did.
about
We
that.
lost you.
I think my phone doesn't like all that racial talk.
I thought
know.
you just hung up on us. I thought you were just like, you guys are a bunch of racists, and hung up.
That would be hilarious because I'm the one who was calling out the racist shit. So that's fine.
Oh no! We're not gonna even mention the term racism anymore, Slim.
So she calls back. We're
We're
gonna
learning.
talk about something entirely different.
Bunnies and rainbows. Mona.
Mona,
Guys,
unicorns.
I was going on with my phone, but sorry about that. I'm back.
Unicorns, bunnies, rainbows.
Yeah, we're not talking anything negative.
Yeah.
No negativity.
We can talk whatever we want. It's totally fine.
I was gonna ask too, Mona, were you raised religious?
I was raised in a conservative Muslim household. That is correct. Yes, I was raised in a pretty conservative Muslim household. However, I have since kind of just, embraced more comedy as a religion more than anything. So
Nice.
there's also that.
Yeah, I was raised.
But,
I was raised in a real Christian household, and you end up liking comedy. Comedy's the way to go.
So here's the thing, right? Like, I envy Christians. I genuinely envy Christian people because Christian can be like, well, I was raised Catholic, but I'm not anymore.
Christmas is
but with
cool.
Muslims, it isn't like that. We can't just be like, I was raised Muslim. The next thing you know, the moment you say that, your parents are calling you and fucking issuing a fatwa against you. They're like, oh, what the fuck happened? You're like, I was just saying, I thought I lived in a free country. Can I not say that? They're like, oh, you're still, like, it's just like, you can't just be an ex-Muslim and just, like, throw deuces and just live your life. Like, your own family will be the first one to come and fucking beat down on you.
You're excommunicated. Yeah.
It's fucking sucks. Like, sometimes I'm just like, dude, I've already put in my order. Like, I'm coming back as a gay Jewish man. Like, I've already put my order in.
That's the best thing to come back as, I feel. Yeah.
Like a gay Jewish man who's like uber wealthy and just is really like gorgeous and just gets as much ass as he can.
Oh yeah,
like
blue
that.
eyes, just crystal blue eyes. Yeah.
Yeah.
Very Jewish.
Totally.
Yeah, where's the yarmulke? The blue eye, yeah, he's a heartthrob. Fuck.
Like Hitler's dream, like just kind of like that look.
Oh,
like
shit.
Hitler's wet dream. That's what I'm coming back as. So.
I want to ask.
You guys where in Jersey are you guys?
Oh, we're deep south. We're Tuckerton, New Jersey.
In the wood, in the pines, they call it the Pine Barrens.
We've got woods around us.
In the pines?
Yeah.
Where's the pines?
Pine Barrens is like a dirty little part in the south.
Yeah.
In the south. I feel like the mafia used to get rid of a lot of bodies down here.
We're like
Really?
we're like 20 minutes from Long Beach Island and like 30, 40 minutes from Atlantic City, but
Yeah.
we're the woods in between.
Yeah.
Got it.
We're the
Got
taint.
it.
We're the taint of the Jersey.
The taint?
Yeah.
The taint
Fair,
of
man.
Jersey.
Taint the front, taint the back.
Listen, I live in West Hollywood, which is the gayest part of Los Angeles, and there are plenty of taints here as well. So I'm with you.
Taints everywhere. I want to ask too, Mona, being a Muslim, well, what's the obsession with the virgins? Why? I want a girl who knows how to take. Who knows how to take? I don't want a virgin. Why do you guys like the virgins so much?
Who wants a virgin, man?
Nobody
in their right fucking mind wants a virgin, okay? Only people who have never gotten ass want a virgin.
Yeah,
Let's just
so
be
they don't
clear
know
about
how bad they are. That's it. Like I don't want you to know how bad I am.
I knew a guy once who told me that he only sleeps with virgins because he said it was like opening a brand new action figure. Was his
Is this guy white or?
Yeah, he's
what
white.
is he?
He's a white man.
whitey. He's
but
a
he's like,
hockey.
you know, when you get like a new toy, you want something that's still in the box. It was.
He sounds like Jihadi John. That's what he sounds like to me.
It's Johnny John.
Are you hanging out with Jihadi John? Who the hell are you hanging out with? Jesus Christ.
Slam you. You gotta introduce me to Jihadi John.
Jihadi John over here. It's like, oh yeah, we love my virgins. It's like, are you fucking kidding me? One is bad enough. 72.
It hurts. They're just
What a
complaining.
horrible deal.
Yeah, they're all complaining, and you're just like, oh my god, we don't have to do anymore. We don't have to do anymore.
And let me tell you though. Let me tell you something. Have you ever seen an attractive terrorist? You're never gonna see an attractive terrorist.
We used to have one here.
They don't hire attractive people. They don't. It's bad for business.
Oh, they just gotta get thugs.
Listen, I'm probably gonna have like some dude writing like a threatening message to me as I say these jokes, but I really don't give a shit at this point.
I feel like you're gonna have really attractive terrorists. Like, be like, well, what about me? What about a lot of terrorists gonna be like, well, hashtag.
They're gonna be sending you their abs they got from that swim.
I did that swim too, Mona.
Man, honestly, like when it comes to, I was really thinking about this because I have a lot of time on my hands. I was thinking about like how, like whenever you think of like big terrorist groups like ISIS and all these guys like Al Qaeda and Taliban, like their like leaders are not attractive, and you're just like, dude, this is a call for ugly people. Like, if you're ugly and find no purpose in life, give us a call. Like that's what terrorist groups are to me.
If you got if you got a radio face, join us.
Yeah, exactly. Like, rather than just being like uglypeople.com, it's like ISIS and Taliban and Al Qaeda. It's just, you know, they want to hire like the unattractive people. But yeah, I mean,
You know-
that's the truth.
You don't think like any of those groups are like on the Tinder, or they usually just get swiped? No, I
Oh.
guess.
You think there's like an Osama bin Laden? Like he's really ripped.
Osama bin Laden.
Well, you know, they swipe east if they're Muslim and west if they're not. So I think that's how they. It's like the east and west swipe. That's what they go for.
What's the super like?
What's a what?
What's the super like? What is that like northeast?
Yeah, that's kind of like there's only two directions. Either you like them or you don't.
Yeah,
you
there's
know?
no
No super
like.
likes
Yeah.
on that app. No
Either
super.
east or
Yeah,
west.
I think the super like is probably a hard right. Like 'cause it goes very-
Hard right.
You actually crack your phone
a
screen.
very hard right. Yeah.
God damn, Mona. Oh my God. I wanted to ask your show, Minority Reportz. What have been some of your favorite interviews?
Man, some of my favorite interviews have been, I recently interviewed Congresswoman Katie Hill. She's a congresswoman from California. I don't know if you guys know about her,
No.
but last year she was a victim of revenge porn by her ex-husband. and it cost her her congressperson seat. I mean, it's really fucked up.
Wow.
So
Is this still
Yeah.
on porn sites?
Can we
I
turn
watch
to it
that
right
later?
now?
Actually, they're all over the internet. If you Google Katie Hill, not that I'm encouraging it, but yeah, there was a Republican site that these pictures were released by her husband, who then claimed that he's not the one who released those pictures, but he's the one who had them, because she's openly bisexual, and she had an affair with a woman on her staff, and they took nude pictures together, like kissing and all that. And he was the one, I believe, who took the pictures, if I'm not mistaken. And then he gave it to this Republican site, and they blasted it all over, and it ended her career.
Sounds like white
That's
people
fucked up.
problems.
Yeah, sounds like revenge porn problem, which is actually against the law in California. So she has a lawsuit against them that's up now. But yeah, Congresswoman Katie Hill. I had Trey Crowder. Do you know who he is? Trey Crowder.
No.
Trey Crowder goes by the liberal redneck. He's a very, very funny comic. Totally worth looking up. He's fantastic. I had Margaret Cho. I had a really great conversation with.
Wow.
Jill Kimmel, Jimmy Kimmel's sister. She was on. She's a comic too.
Yes, I know that she is. I saw you when you had David the producer on. That's how I first got introduced to you.
Yeah, that's right. I had David the producer on one of my live streams. My God, I'm probably forgetting a bunch of names of some. I've had the privilege of chatting with some really, really cool people. But yeah, those have been some of my favorite interviews.
Cool.
I must confess.
Nice.
Yeah.
Have you ever gotten anybody you've had to like block, and anybody talks a little too much shit?
Like anyone who's given me too much shit about what?
I don't know, any of your views, or besides headbutting you on stage, anybody on like YouTube that you've had to been like, come on, man.
Dude, let me tell you something. There are only two kind of douchebags that approach me on YouTube. It's the conservative Christians and the conservative Muslims, and they're all dudes, all of them.
Wow, so
They're
both
all
sides,
guys.
both sides.
Yeah. So I get it from the Christian conservative side, and I get it from the Christian Muslim side. And they're both, one is preaching me the word of Jesus, and the other one's trying to preach me the word of Allah, and I want both of them to fucking burn in hell.
Just yeah, I want to be in the middle. I don't want I don't want either side.
I mean, with all due respect, I have offered them to go kill themselves, but they just, maybe the Muslim guy will take me up on it, but the Christian one's a little hard to convince.
Yeah. Goddamn.
Yeah.
Mona, your comedy album, Shaikh It Off. SHAIKH. Shake It Off. Did that just come out?
No, it came out about a little bit ago, but it's been on, and yeah, people can definitely go and listen to it on Spotify. It's on iTunes. It's on Amazon. But yeah, I've had it for a little bit, and I'm working on my first stand-up special right now, so I'm very excited.
Cool. Yeah. I heard it on Spotify. I was dying. It was some really good stuff.
Oh, well, thank you. Thank you very much. Yeah, you guys should go check it out if you haven't listened to it. It's a fun. Of course, it's just like as comics, during the pandemic, I've definitely realized so many things about myself, like I'm gonna die alone, and I've just really kind of accepted that reality. So I think my comedy is definitely evolving from that place a lot. So
I think that was
I'm
like,
very excited about the stand-up special.
for me, that was like hitting 40. Yeah, I'm dying alone.
Yeah, you just kind of make peace with yourself. You're like, okay, but all right, I made bad decisions.
Too many
dark turns here.
Too many to turn back. Yeah, too many to turn back.
You just kind of make peace with yourself. You're like, yeah, okay. I didn't accept that marriage proposal when I was 17, and this is the price I pay for it.
I still feel like you got to have that one friend that will agree to delete your hard drive if you pass.
The one friend that what? Say that again?
That will delete your hard drive if you pass away. You gotta have that one friend.
no.
Like,
Oh, fuck that. I'm going to make my hard drive public when I die.
that'll be your eulogy.
Yeah. You got a dead man switch.
It's just like it's like a fuck you to the world. Like you're just like fuck you. This is what I've been watching.
I want the priest going through my internet history over here.
Oh no, I wanna send my entire porn searches to all the mullahs and all the Christian conservatives. It's like this is what I've been watching. Enjoy. It's like. And let me tell you something. Their probably porn searches are way kinkier than ours. So I'd bet my neck on that.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. They're going to be like, yeah, this is nothing compared to what I watch.
They're like, I'm watching a chick banging a donkey, while I'm friggin' jerking off in the corner. Like, that's the kind of shit these guys are into.
Triple donkey. Triple donkey.
Triple donkey action,
In the corner.
And by the way, speaking of jerking off, can we just talk about Jeffrey Toobin for a little bit?
Yeah, we did.
Tubin.
We talked about the Tubies earlier. What happened with the Tubies? What did he do?
Jeffrey Toobin. I mean, big Toobin the little Toobin. I mean, what happened? I mean, how stressed out was he that he had to rub one out on a goddamn Zoom call? Let me tell you something. Pornhub is going to come up with a Zoom jerk-off category, a porn category, just because of Jeffrey Toobin.
Okay, so he was jerking off.
He just jacked it.
That's amazing. See, we didn't know that. We read a story earlier, and we didn't know if he just had some helmet peeking out, or if he just made a mistake.
I didn't know if he tried to tuck in his boner under his pajama pants, but it was also like the shirt was behind it.
Yeah.
Oh no, he was choking and sicking so hard he didn't realize that the Zoom camera was still on, and he had pointed the camera down right on his genitals. So he was stroking his Toobin while being on the Zoom call.
Toobin with Toobin.
Toobin with Toobin.
I'm gonna look that up later.
That's amazing. Yeah. So I love that he panicked and he was like, "Oh no! Check out my dick."
He's just like, this call is too boring. I know what to do. I know how to spice this up. And by the way, they were doing a role play call. So in other words, all these executives from like the New Yorker are on it because he's a Harvard grad. He's a 60-year-old man, very accomplished, who is like also an analyst on CNN.
Yeah.
And he's there and he was playing. They were all role playing. One person was playing Republicans, the other ones were playing Democrats, one was playing, the courts, the Supreme Court, and he was supposed to be playing the court. That's what his role was.
That's
what
got him.
Yeah, I guess courts. Yeah, I was like, well, he definitely played the role well because courts can jerk you around, so that makes sense.
Fuck, Mona, you're amazing. You're amazing. Where can everybody find you?
They can totally find me on my YouTube at Mona Shaikh Comedian, SHAIKH Comedian. They can follow me on Twitter and Instagram at Mona's Comedy. And I'm also on Facebook at Mona Shaikh Comedian.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Mona. It's been a blast.
Thank you very much, you guys. Same here. Thank you so much for having me.
Yep. Have a good night.
Keep those abs.
Okay.
Later.
Keep those abs.
Yeah, don't forget the swim movie.